Kase-san is the distilled, pink, fluffy, feel-good culmination of the Yuri genre. It rejects the melodrama, obnoxious side characters, and constant breakup teases that seems to plague a large amount of the genre. It embraces the tropey kisses and love scenes that people know and love and pursues a perfection of the lovey-dovey Yuri genre. The author describes this type of story as pure Yuri, and I absolutely agree. The series pursues this, especially through its rather short list of characters, choosing to keep it simple. There's no wide range of characters with a spider web of relationships and issues, and there's especially nobody out to destroy the main two's love. Further shocking genre convention, Kase-san leaves the typical labyrinth of characters and relationships out, instead sticking with a smaller cast that is allowed to operate without an obnoxious third party attempting to destroy the main love of the series. Following the shy plant committee member Yamada and the athletic boyish Kase, it details how their relationship grows throughout high school and, currently, college. The two characters' interactions and stories throughout this time are incredibly absorbing to follow, and, alongside Yamada and Kase, is Yamada's friend Mikawa. The cast is largely relegated to just these three. Small exceptions are made, naturally, such as Kase's senpai and Yamada's new friend in the recent college chapters. However, when you open a chapter, you can be certain your two favorite characters will be present with largely no outside influence or confusing relationship drama to remember. The chapter names tell you just about all you need to know. Kase-san and whatever thing Yamada finds most memorable about that time with her, whether it was crepes on the roof or a strawberry drop the two share. Characters, when brought in, are handled with a real grace as well. Kase's senpai, Inoue, is a character that introduces a small snag in their relationship in Volume 4. Rather than being a nuisance out to destroy our protagonists, she's tactfully introduced and resolved without making her feel like a true antagonist for Yamada. This makes her later appearances enjoyable, rather than a drag as well. I think this is another aspect of pure Yuri as well. Snags in relationships are natural, but the author handles them with such grace they don't feel depressing to read about, nor are they an everlasting wound on said relationship either. Scenes where characters like Yamada are depressed and crying generally have an almost humorous feel to them, thanks in part to her comically drawn faces. Additionally, the scenes where Yamada are moping generally have her paired with Mikawa, which helps decrease the drama and keeps the atmosphere largely positive, in line with the rest of the novels. Naturally, with such a small cast, the scenarios could easily grow samey and uninteresting, but Kase and Yamada are constantly evolving. You can really see their relationship grow as they move from high school to college. Kase's more proactive personality makes for a fun contrast to the more conservative Yamada. I think in just about any other series, Yamada would have been a library girl, but having her as a gardener keeps the two seeing each other often, the backgrounds and scenery interesting, and we get cute scenes where they plant flowers. The series tackles the two getting through communication problems, the possibility of exes, and just about every hurdle a relationship should overcome with stride. Whether it's Yamada taking the lead for the first time, Kase's protectiveness over simple things like an apron or lipstick, their changing relationship makes for some of the most heartwarming, engaging, and cute Yuri stories I've ever read. Part of what truly makes this series a light and fluffy, pure Yuri is how it deals with conflicts in the relationship. There's no annoying side character trying to break the two up. There's no page-long talk about how their lives would be ruined if anybody found out. There's no worry of mom and dad finding out. Hell, men aren't even drawn as real people aside from the teachers. The series focuses almost entirely on just Kase and Yamada. The conflicts are largely just between the two, and they never delve deep into depressing Yuri genre tropes. For example, the impending split up at college, or Yamada feeling awkward about Kase's body, or just the two not saying everything they need to say to each other. None of the various snags in the relationship seem ridiculous or not serious. You can see them conquer every hurdle together and only grow from the challenges. The only character to somewhat even threaten the two's relationship is Kase-san's senpai. This little conflict is handled so nicely, it strengthens the relationship between our main couple, keeps the senpai largely free from hate, and sheds some light on Kase's past. At the end of the senpai's arc, she's even supportive of the relationship and was aware they were together the whole time. This part even takes the time to throw the possibility of Kase dating girls before out the window too, which has been a lingering question. Additionally, seeing Yamada make the decision to move to Tokyo alongside Kase and follow her dreams shows her character move from the quiet, conservative girl hiding behind plants into a grown-up woman is just as compelling as the relationship too. The conflicts throughout the series are really what separates this from other melodramatic focused stuff, which is admittedly not my cup of tea. Alongside the growing relationship of the two characters over time, we can also see the growth of the author as well. Kase-san has been running for a damn long time, around back in 2012 actually. We can see the author's art and writing evolve over the years. Just take a look at the evolving covers if you want an idea. The original cover has a fairly charming, more chibi-esque art style. It seems pretty amateur, but serviceable. You can see a real progress from amateurish, wide characters and passable art to a more refined modern style. The art is easily one of the biggest contributors to the heartwarming feelings of the manga as well. The rounded edges and flowery, cutesy artwork keeps the atmosphere heartwarming to read too. The characters are almost always drawn unbelievably cute too. Yamada is an absolute reaction face goldmine every page. It's really charming to follow the artist grow, as Kase and Yamada do as well. If I had to pick some of my personal favorite stories in the series, I would say Cherry Blossoms and Kase-san, alongside the Okinawa trip. The Okinawa trip is a real treat, especially when it starts out with the best kiss in the series. Cherry Blossoms and Kase-san is a perfect note to end the original manga on. It truly feels like a happy end for the characters. Regardless, it continues anyways. Kase-san isn't just a manga though, it's growing up into a right and proper franchise. Just recently we were graced with an animated OVA. Having seen the premiere at Anime Expo, it was a largely serviceable adaptation of the second manga. It's got some beautiful backgrounds in animation, and the two are just cute as hell. There was a real energy in the room as the two kissed and such, and it was hard not to applaud with the audience. I still feel like the manga is superior, but the heartwarming nature of the manga translates very well into animation. Hopefully this video reaches at least a few people out there and sells them on the series. I tried to balance out spoilers with discussion, but it's kind of impossible to talk about a romance series without talking about things like their first kiss and such. The series is really cute and heartwarming. Give it a shot if you haven't.